Hi again then guys, and welcome to another PP specific circuit setup, and this is another requested build, this time a 500 PP build for the 1993 shape in particular of Honda's NSX. Now this tune will work for more than just that model, but that was the specific requested year. Now I've gone for sport soft tyres. Obviously if you do use racing tyres you will be even quicker. As far as suspension, I've lowered the ride height to 100, front and rear. You can go even lower than that. Springs we've taken up to 775 and 1050. The dampers to 4, anti-roll on 3. We're running neutral camber and tow as we often do. Come back to the gearbox in just a second. For the diff, we've gone slightly different to usual. We've gone, as you can see, as high as possible on all three, and as always, I would recommend changing around the settings to find what works best for your personal driving style. As far as power, I do have an oil change on this one. As you can see, we've gone for the Stage 3 engine tune, race exhaust, and sports cat, and then slightly reduced the power down to 380 horsepower, and given the car the maximum possible weight loss, because for the vast majority of tracks, being lighter is more important than having more power. You will find that a lighter car will often be quicker than a car with more power. There are certainly tracks which need more power, but the majority of them don't. As far as the gearbox, we've got an auto setting of 180, then individual gears of 3.3, 2150, 1550, 1175, and 950 with a final drive of 3.6. So fairly simple overall for the build. Now let's take it out to Suzuka to see what kind of lap times this car can give you. Now on my first attempt with this car running the sport soft tyres around Suzuka, it ran just over a 210 lap. Now as with many of the cars that I've built for PP specific builds, because I do the vast majority of my testing and racing on the Nürburgring Ring, I'm not always that up on what the best times are for different tracks. So whether or not that's particularly good for a 500 PP car, I can't say for sure. I'm sure there are certainly quicker cars. The Suzuki GSX-R4, for instance, will undoubtedly be quicker than that. But it certainly felt quick around the lap. That's not too far behind the Subaru Impreza and Mitsubishi Evo in their fully tuned form. That's around, I think, 5 seconds off the pace that they were running, and considering that their PP was a lot higher than this, that's not bad at all. So overall, if you do decide to use this build, obviously I hope you find it fun, and in particular competitive at the 500 PP level, and feel free to redistribute the power and weight to build it to different PP levels if you need to. And if you'd like to keep up with other tunes like this, or even request other builds specifically, you can do that down below of course. But for now, as always, thanks for watching.